Let me tell you what, Big T had the best groom's cake I've ever seen. The Neyland Stadium groom's cake, it was worth it.
Yeah,
I would love to know what happened to it.
I didn't get a piece. Did y'all ever
I
cut
never
it?
saw anyone get a piece, and I don't know where it is now. It might be in the trash somewhere.
That shit's wild. It was too good to cut, man.
I heard at the end they cut it.
I might have gotten a piece. I kind of like browned out for the last, I'd say, like 2.5 hours.
You were getting after it.
I was getting after. I was having a good
Yeah.
time. Like I said, you guys threw a hell of a party. Welcome back to Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It is June 16th. And Big T is now Mr. T. Congratulations.
Respect the ring.
Got the ring on.
Respect the
Look
ring.
at that. Look at that thing. What is that, chrome?
I don't know. It was $30 on Etsy.
Love it.
So
It's a good ring.
yeah.
It's a good ring. Today's episode is being brought to you by our good friends at Noble. That's Barstool's favorite footwear brand. I'm rocking my Nobles right now. The Outwork Flex is what I have on. Really, really comfortable. It's durable. It's flexible. It's comfortable right out of the box. Cushion where you want. Structure where you need. I did yoga the other day wearing the Noble Outwork Flex. Great shoe for it. Very, very comfortable. Great workout shoe. Maybe the best workout shoe I've ever worn in my life. You will love it. Just try it on. Get the Outwork Flex from Noble. Try it on. You're going to love it. If you're just walking around, if you're, on foot, traveling through the city, if you're going to the airport, getting coffee, if you're out walking the dog, it doesn't matter. If you're at the gym, their training shoe, the Outwork Flex, is durable, it's comfortable, and it gives you all the support that you need. And exclusively for Macrodosing listeners, Noble is giving you 35% off your first order. NobleProject.com. Use code MACRO. 35% off your entire first order. That's NobleProject.com. Promo code MACRO. Get 35% off your first order. Noble.com/macro. All right, we're back. And so we're back to Arian being down in Houston. Myself and Big T, Mad Dog McKenzie are here in the studio right now. But we were all together this weekend, which was a wonderful time. Arian came up and Big T got married. We went to the wedding. Absolute blast of a time. You threw a hell of a party, Big T.
That's good. I'm glad everyone had a good time. It was really fun. It was awesome.
Yep. So everybody, we all had a few pops in us, including Brandon Walker, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That man.
He was really fun.
That man drinks some red wine.
Really?
Tell you what.
He was dancing too.
Brandon was cutting up a rug. But it was
More
a great,
than you?
probably not more than me. I danced a little bit. Yeah.
We drunkenly agreed on a pod episode that we're both excited about. You remember that, PFT?
I remember it.
Oh shit! No, I don't. I don't think I
was
do.
around. I don't think we were
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's about it's going to be a controversial pod, but
Arian's favorite controversial topic. Brandon has one similar from one of his heroes. If you can,
nowhere near similar.
Oh,
Bill Cosby.
yeah, Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Bill
yes,
Cosby.
Michael Jackson versus Bill Cosby. Choose your fighter.
Michael Jackson's innocent. I'm just saying, but I don't know enough about the Bill Cosby allegations, but I'm willing to hear him out. He has a theory that I'm interested in hearing because I've heard it before.
Yeah,
I just have never looked into it, and so he's willing to. I told him that'd be a great pod episode to come on, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it." So
I love it. Now, is Bill Cosby? Is he out of prison right now? Because I know that there was.
I don't think so.
There was an issue with the prosecution. They made like a. I don't know if you call it a clerical error or a procedural error, and I feel like he might have gotten off on a technicality.
yeah, he was released from prison in 2021 after the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his 2018 sexual assault conviction, ruling that his due process rights were violated. How old is he?
Great job, asshole. Whoever fucked that one up. How old's Bill Cosby? I'm going to guess 83.
88.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, man, yeah, he about to. He knocking on the door.
Yep. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a good episode with B Dubs in the house.
Brandon should get.
Where's that hat? Where'd you get that hat from, Big T?
I'm not sure. You want one?
I do want one.
I'll find where it's at.
Find where that's at. I'm serious about that.
Okay.
Let me tell you what. Big T had the best groom's cake I've ever seen. The Neyland Stadium groom's cake. It was worth it.
Yeah,
I would love to know what happened to it.
I didn't get a piece. Did y'all?
I never saw anyone get a piece, and I don't know where it is now. It might be in the trash somewhere.
That shit's wild. It was too good to cut, man.
I heard at the end they cut it, but I never saw anyone eating it, and no one asked me like, "Hey, do you want to take this home?" Or anything like that. So
I might have gotten a piece. I kind of like browned out for the last, I'd say, like 2.5 hours.
you were getting after it.
I was getting after. I was having a
Yeah.
good time. Like I said, you guys threw a hell of a
What
party.
is browned out? What is browned
Meaning,
out?
like, yeah, I remember some of the stuff past 11 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say like 60%.
You're in and out.
Yeah, 60% of the night past 11 p.m. Which I mean, it was a fun ass party. I usually don't party that hard, but
Yeah, you was getting it. You when No Diggity No Doubt came on.
oh, and Pony was played. Yeah,
A pony. That was a pony. That was-
Pony.
that
I
was-
told
that
you,
was a pony.
Pony's an issue for me. It was so much fun. Big T had a blast. I don't know how you did it on Saturday, but I woke up on Saturday and I said, I'm going to just try to not stand up for as long as possible today, and just pretty much laid on my ass.
I mean, we woke up at like, the later I go to bed, the earlier I wake up. I slept from 2 to 6:45, and then we had a bunch of stuff to get out, so we got up pretty early and went back home, got all our stuff. And then we ended up going out to like lunch with people, and then after that I was like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, you had a lot of responsibilities and,
Yeah,
and
but
places to be.
So then I fell asleep, but then my wife's family is from New York, so they were all here and the Knicks were playing, so then we went back out to watch the Knicks, which was great. It was cool that we got to watch that with them. And then yesterday I did not want to leave my house.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch up on all that. Arian, you and I watched some soccer on Friday at the wedding.
Oh.
Yeah, you were a little bit more into it than I was, but yeah, it was dope to.
But once you realized that there were black players on Team USA, and I was like, yeah, actually a lot. Of them. And you were like, okay, all right, I
Yeah.
can fuck with this.
I was into it. Yeah, I was into it. It's just after it was like what they had like 3. I was like, I was out of it.
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch when they
No,
start
but
waltzing.
Arian, well, first
Yeah.
the last goal we scored at the
Golazo.
buzzer at the end of the game was the coolest goal we've ever scored. Arian, we might be awesome.
We might be really good.
I'm watching
Yeah,
Spain
like that.
right now, 0-0 with Cape Verde in the 59th minute.
Mhm.
We'd beat this team by 9 goals.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact. The way that we played on Friday, that team can beat anybody in the world.
100%.
Now I don't know that we're good enough to beat, like, go
5
on
times in a row.
Yeah, go on a run and beat all the best teams one after the other. And the way that we played, yeah, I mean, we still might lose to the best teams in the world, but that should be good enough to be competitive and win against anybody. I've never seen the U.S. team play like that in my entire life. Shout out Pochettino. He did the Pochettino Pentagon.
By the way, why were you were far behind for like the first 20 minutes of the game? You were
Yeah.
hearing goals from people celebrating.
I know. It was frustrating, and
Why were you behind? Because I saw you fast forward later, so it wasn't just that your stream was behind.
the stream was behind earlier.
Okay.
And so I didn't care. I just chalked that one up to I'm going to have to deal with it because, like, number one, I've got an iPad at a wedding during dinner, and so there's other stuff going on. I don't want to, like, have to focus too hard on all the technicalities of how to make my stream optimized at somebody else's wedding.
I was doing it. It was my wedding.
I know it was your wedding, and we watched a little bit of it together. And man, it was so good. It was so good. I rewatched the entire game on Saturday. It's better than I remembered it. It's better.
I haven't
All right,
gone
so-
back and watched the whole thing, but
I think it'd be easier for me and people who don't understand soccer like that to follow if you give us like, how does this work? Because I was looking for the bracket. The bracket still says TBD.
all right. So we are in a
And
group.
then it says standings. There's Group A, Group B, It is all the way to Group what? Group.
There are 12 groups of
L.
4 teams. We
Yes.
play the other 3 teams in our group. You play 3 games no matter what. From there, the top 2 from each group advance automatically, and then 8 of the 12 third place teams will advance, which is new this year. So
All right, so time out. We're in Group D.
Mhm.
We got USA, Australia, Turkey, and Paraguay.
mhm. So we have
And
2 games left against Australia and Turkey. I don't know what the odds are. We're pretty much have already advanced just by winning 1 game with the way this works now.
I would guess that if we lost the other 2 games 1-0 each, we would probably still advance as third place.
Yeah, but we
don't want to do
I mean, we're trying to win the group. We should win this group now.
Okay, so all right, so and then from after the group things, what happens next?
Then 32 of the 48 will advance into the knockout. That's where you'll have the bracket. So we don't
That's the
know who
bracket.
will play
Okay,
who
okay.
yet because the standings will change.
Okay, I'm into it. Okay, I got
Yep.
you. I'm gonna start paying attention. That helps me compartmentalize the thing.
Yeah.
All right,
So
okay,
we have
cool.
Australia Friday, and then Turkey's the following Thursday, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yes, I believe that's correct. So it's Australia in Seattle and then Turkey in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at the road that we have ahead of us, and Australia concerns me a little bit just because the team, Paraguay, is very good defensively, and we scored 4 goals, which is great. But they don't have the speed up top that Australia has. Australia's got 2 guys that are faster than anybody on Paraguay, and our defense is not exceptionally fast. So that does concern me a
They
little bit.
played pretty well the other night, though.
They did.
Tim Ream.
Tim Ream played excellent. Chris Richards was the best defender on the field. And I thought Berhalter played pretty good outside the first 45 seconds after he got in. Everybody played awesome. Serginho Dest played really good, except for that one touch that he had where he should have had a goal. But outside of that, he created so many chances, and we did take Christian Pulisic out for the second half. But he was incredible in the first half.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
He said he should be fine. You and I were excited for the World Cup because, we like it regardless. I am through the roof. Don't know how I'm going to work around my honeymoon in Hawaii to watch these games now. I'm so – we've never had anything like this.
That's the best performance that we've ever had in a World Cup game.
Yeah. I mean, I would say even though it ended up being a draw when we should have beaten Portugal in 14, I mean, we played awesome in that game. But yeah, I mean, we got a football team.
We do. We really do. And they're fun to watch. And the coach, Pochettino, the
credit to him,
Argentinian guy, yeah. You cannot say that he doesn't have his fingerprints on. This is his team. That's a completely different style of soccer than we've ever seen from our national team. It was fun to watch. Even if you don't like soccer, you could watch that and be like, this is pretty fucking impressive. Because we have the athletes. We've always had the athletes that can compete at a top level. And to have them playing that style of soccer confidently together is so much fun to watch. And I was doing some reading about Coach over the weekend, some of his beliefs that he has. One of his favorite things to say is it's like you just have to be patient with the green lemons. And so for a long time, he had a bunch of lemons that he would keep in his office on his desk. A lot of green lemons. Now some might say, hey, are those limes? No, they were unripened lemons. But he would have them and he'd leave them out just to remind him, you got to be patient because eventually the green lemons will turn into something great.
Did you watch the HBO documentary?
I haven't seen it yet, no, but I'm going to.
It's good. There's a point in it after the Gold Cup last year when we lost to Mexico. He's in tears in the locker room, and he's like, it's not fair to you guys. We play in Houston. It's like we're playing in Mexico. We play in Phoenix. It's like we're playing in Uruguay, wherever, that there's always more opposing fans. And he's like, I'm sorry that happened to you guys, but, we're just going to have to go and take it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I love him, and we should do everything we can to keep him.
I agree. Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome to watch. The other thing that he believes in is universal energy.
Okay.
Which is kind of like, I tried to read a little bit more into it. It's kind of like the butterfly effect a little bit. It's just basically putting out as much love and good energy as possible into people around you. And that energy gets directed into their body and it helps them and optimizes them in terms of their personal growth and what they're able to do and what they believe that they can do. It sounds very pseudoscience-y, but I think it's hard to argue with the fact that, if he just goes about it treating people as good as possible, that usually works out.
Yeah.
So I love it. I love everything about this team. Balogun, incredible player. 2 great finishes. Should have been 3.
He's in the top 5 in U.S. World Cup goals scored all time after one game.
With 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we haven't had a whole lot to cheer about. Even when we've been decent, we haven't been that good. You could say the best performances that we've had in the past, 2-0 against Mexico back in 2002 in the knockout stage. that was pretty good. You could say that a couple different times that we played against Portugal, we played pretty well. And then I think both of those ended up being ties. And then there's the 1-0 loss against Germany, which should have been 1-1 with them on a red card. That's another one of the great performances that we've had. But yeah, when you think about it, there haven't been a lot of really, really awesome times where you can look back and say, we just played a dominant game of soccer in the history of our country. And that was one of them. And probably number one of all time.
Yeah, and I'm glad the first 2 goals were very quick. I saw those.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the 3rd goal, and then I saw the 4th goal with you at the very end.
The third one might have been the best. I don't know, like between that and Reyna's finish at the end. But Balogun put one top shelf, upper 90. And then, it was cool to see Reyna have that moment where he could. And then after he scored that goal, the coach ran out onto the field to celebrate with him, which was really cool because if you look at what happened with Reyna in the last World Cup, he did not get along with the coaching staff at all.
Now tell me what you do in this situation because I may have messed up. I had 4 tickets to the U.S. round of 32 games should we win the group, which it looks like we should do, in San Francisco on my way back from Hawaii.
Yep.
I sold 2 of them for what I paid for all 4. So I'm currently even.
Okay.
I have 2 free tickets, basically. Yep. But now the prices are really starting to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm regretful that I sold the first 2, but whatever. I got out of what I paid for them. My wife has informed me that she doesn't care about going. But I don't want to go by myself.
Uh-huh.
But like if they're, $5,000 or $6,000, like
it's a lot of money.
I should probably do that. But now I would be, I wouldn't care about missing out on $5,000 if it weren't for the fact that we'd be sitting there and I'd be like, well, she told me she didn't even want to go.
Right. What are they at now? They're at about 5?
They were like 3,800 the other day. If we're in it, it's going to be $6,000, I'd imagine. These are good seats.
What's the dates?
This is July 1st.
Big T, I might just buy those seats from you.
I was about to say, hold up.
You want to go?
You didn't ask the pod yet.
Well, I only have one other ticket.
I'm going to go, but I might need more than one. That's the thing.
Oh. So it means you just got to fight to the death.
Well, then Arian can take mine.
Yeah.
And then you can get others.
I can buy others, yeah. Because I think I'm going to try to go to that one. Especially if we win our group or come in second.
I'd love to see you out there. If we come in second, we'll be somewhere else.
Then we'd be in Arlington.
Potential, or it could be Philadelphia, I think. But yeah, it'll be different.
Okay. By the way,
I'd love to see y'all out there.
Put the 4s up. Spain is going into the 4th quarter against Cape Verde right now, tied 0-0.
Still 0-0.
Need this tie.
No, let me put that on. Let me put that on in the background.
This would be
this tie.
Cape Verde getting a draw against Spain.
That would be I think that would be the tie of the year
ever,
for sure. Yeah, one of the best ties of all time.
But yeah, Arian, if we win the group and you want to go to that game, you have a ticket.
It's on the it's on the agenda, man. Keep me in mind.
Okay. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
It'd be amazing, yeah. What else do we want to get into from the weekend?
I did a thing we got the golf video coming out that
we haven't done a pod since then.
We haven't done a pod since the golf video.
We tweeted out some of the screenshots from the golf video, which we are not releasing yet. When is that coming out?
That's going to be coming out during the 4th of July break that we have off. So July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, somewhere in that time range.
Okay. We can't tweet out the clip.
No, we can't.
But it is.
It's hurting me physically that I can't tweet it yet.
It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's selling it.
It's one of the funniest clips. Like in terms of a 5-second.
It's a funny clip.
A 5-second clip. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's the funniest thing that we've ever produced as a group.
It's awesome.
For sure.
It's a funny clip. I think we should underpromise, overdeliver.
Well, the thing is, I've watched it so many times, and I've shared it with so many people around this office.
Right.
And the reaction from every person has been
that is true.
Crying of laughter.
A crying of laughter. So
a lot of throwing heads back.
I feel
laughter.
I don't feel like I'm like it's possible to overpromise on this one. 'Cause
Okay.
everyone's reaction that I've seen so far has been the exact same, and it's been, holy shit, this is incredible.
Yeah. It is. It's amazing.
Do we have a target date for that to come out?
Again, 4th of July
that
break.
Thursday.
Yeah, so maybe that Thursday.
The 2nd?
Yeah.
And then
It was one of those. It was funny afterwards.
It took a
things,
moment to become funny, and then once it was funny, it was just awesome.
It was wild. That was wild.
Yeah. It was awesome. Everyone in this office is obsessed with this clip, so I think it'll be great.
There was some good golf that happened too. You know, aside from that,
Yeah.
there was some
Yeah.
good golf that happened.
Yeah. You guys played a beautiful course. It was
It's a fun
awesome.
day.
Yeah.
Hot.
Those fairways are tough.
Really
dog.
small.
What's the track name?
Sunset Valley golf course.
Shout out to Sunset Valley. It was not an easy course, and you know I enjoyed myself. It was a good track.
Mackenzie and I also got to experience Jay Alexander's with Big T, which was really big.
Y'all had never been to a J. Alex. That was crazy.
You were the person that introduced us to the concept of a Jay Al.
Good spot.
But we went lunching and we realized that this is the perfect Big T restaurant. If you've ever been there, this is Big T in a restaurant.
We lunched.
We
as
lunched.
a verb.
I have not been to one.
We'll take you.
What's the deal?
It's the perfect
like
corporate lunch spot.
Did you ever go to Hillstone in New York?
I don't know that I did.
You ever been to a Houston's?
Yeah.
It's
Very militaristic.
It's a slightly toned down Houston's.
Okay.
It's a lunch Houston's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah. Like you know exactly what you're getting every time, and it's
Yeah.
always good.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It was us,
It was very good.
most of the elderly community in Highland Park, Illinois, and a couple businessmen doing some business dealings.
Power lunch.
Yeah. And then just us in our golf attire. But it was awesome.
Very cool.
It was good.
But yeah, I'm very excited for that video to come out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I can't wait for it. So look for that the first week of July.
You won't miss it.
You can't miss it.
You will
It's
not
impossible
miss
to miss when that comes out.
Yeah.
What else from the weekend? Ceasefire with Iran again.
So I'm seeing that. Have you seen the development today?
I don't know that I have, but I did see that because there were some people that were breathlessly announcing this yesterday. And then there are people that have been keeping track of how many different announcements that we've had of the war being over. And I believe this was number 38 that happened yesterday. Now, to be fair, this one seems like it's more official than most in that I saw some confirmation from like Pakistan that was helping to mediate it. So I think that we're on the right track, at least.
Well, today it's been announced that we might be giving them $300 billion.
That'll do it. Yeah. So I heard something about that the other day. I know that we plan on unfreezing a lot of their assets that are under sanction, which is like, yes, that is what Obama did as well, except not like way more. Trump is releasing way more money in sanctions. And then the $300 billion, that's like somebody told Trump, you know what we did after World War II was called the Marshall Plan, and it was very successful, and it turned all of our former enemies into allies moving forward. And he's like, I like that. Let's do a new Marshall Plan, but for Iran. Which, if it is 300 million or 300 billion, that's just it's an absurd amount of money, our money, to be spending on something that we definitely did not have to be spending it on at all. So we'll see.
Now, I haven't seen any official release of the agreement. Is there one, or is this all speculation thus far?
There's a I believe it's a draft of a memorandum of understanding. So I don't know that anything's been officially signed just yet. I do know that Trump got pissed off at Netanyahu a couple days ago because of the ongoing military operations that he has, and I believe this was in Lebanon. And Trump apparently called him up and asked him what the fuck he was doing because he's gonna sink the peace deal. And so then there's been a big back and forth about that. But it does look like it's moving forward. I don't know if the 300 billion is going to happen, but if it does, I mean there's a lot of stuff that we could use $300 billion for.
Vance said this morning, he was on CBS. They said the Iranians are saying they're going to have access to a $300 billion reconstruction fund. Is that true or false? He said that's the sort of thing they could have access to so long as they honor their end of the obligation. So it doesn't sound made up.
No, that doesn't sound made up. So it's like if you agree to not enrich uranium, then we will give you $300 billion.
Maybe.
That would be, I mean, that's one of the all-time blunders for the good old USA. To just like start a war and then give them $300 billion to do something that they were already not doing like 4 years ago.
Is the $300 billion for infrastructure of the shit?
Yeah, listen, I actually, I don't think it's a bad, if we have unlimited money, I don't think it's a bad idea to help them rebuild their country that we destroyed, like that we bombed, and to help them like with anything that their government has not been able to provide. That's how you do win the hearts and minds of your enemies, is like you help them out of the bad situations that they're in, and you assist by like building their society. That's what we did with Japan as well, and now Japan's like one of our closest allies, and they're a great country to have on our side. I don't think it's the dumbest idea in the world. I do think that it's very, very stupid to start a war that you don't have to start, and then bail yourself out by bailing them out with $300 billion that we could spend on ourselves. There's a lot of countries too. There's a lot of stuff that we could spend $300 billion on.
Yeah, I can think of a few. Interesting.
Yep. So we'll see. That is kind of crazy that Vance seemed to confirm it a little bit. That's so much money.
We shall see. There's been so many ceasefires that have been, the agreement has been broken over the years that off rip,
yeah,
a little skeptical.
Yep. And then also last week, Elon Musk on paper is a trillionaire now. I don't know how long that's going to last. It's not liquid because it's in a lot of stock that he has in SpaceX, but with the SpaceX IPO, he now is at least theoretically a trillionaire.
Yeah, what did that launch at?
It went up, didn't it?
It's worth $2.7 trillion in total stock market value.
He made a good amount of money on that.
It's up 8% today.
Damn. $1 trillion is just, it's crazy to have $1 trillion.
What's the...
It's an insurmountable amount of money. Like, cannot fathom. You will not be able to spend nowhere near that much.
How much? Yeah. Let's say like 50. If he lived for 50 more years, which you probably won't, because he's...
Damn.
Well, have you seen his body? He's shaped like a gummy bear.
shaped like a Cybertruck, actually.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he's like super. There are way more unhealthy people than him. He's got access to great doctors, but let's be real. Like, is the man going to live to be 110 years old? How old is he right now? 50? 50?
Sounds plausible.
52. Let's say 52.
So yeah, if you live 50 more years,
54.
if you live 50 more years, how much money would he have to spend per year?
$20 billion.
Is that it?
Yeah.
He'd have to spend $20 billion a year.
If you had $1 trillion in cash, yes.
He would have to buy.
But then if you were making even 3% on that a year, it's obviously much more than that.
He'd have to buy 4 NFL teams a year for the rest of his life, for 50 years. And then he would spend $1 trillion.
Yeah. What's the thing? It's like 1 million seconds is like 2 weeks. 1 billion seconds is 30 years, and 1 trillion seconds is 30,000 years.
Yeah.
And that blows my mind.
It's insane.
Me and Big Cat said this like 7 years ago. I think we were originally talking about Elon Musk too. But if you're a billionaire and you don't own a sports team, you're kind of a loser. I don't really trust anybody that has that much money that does not own a sports team.
But then there are also lots of billionaires who buy a sports team, and then people think they're a loser because they don't like the way they run the sports team.
That's true. But at least you got some skin in the game now. Now you're kind of playing sports.
Man in the arena.
Yeah, exactly. You're playing sports when you own a sports team. I just think that the mentality that you have to become a billionaire and then say, you know what, I'm not, this doesn't make me fulfilled. I need more. I want to be a trillionaire. That mentality is completely insane to me. Absolutely insane. Like money stopped being an issue for him a long time ago, and now he's got. How much money could he give, like, to every person in the world? What does that break down to?
I mean, there's 8 billion people,
Yeah.
$1 trillion. So, like, $120.
He could give $120 to everybody in the world.
I think so. If he had no more money, yeah.
That would rock too. He should do that.
Cut the check.
Yeah.
It's like
Cut the fucking check.
what was the COVID thing?
Oh,
Stimulus?
Yeah,
Stimulus, yeah.
from.
Now, wait, Big T, help me with the math because I'm bad at all the math. The United States. How much money could he give to everybody in the United States? And again, I understand that this is not liquid money. Assuming he sold all of his shares, he got the cash for it. What would $1 trillion break down to for what, 320 million?
If you do 400 million, it'd be what, 25 grand? Right?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's nuts. He could buy everybody in the country like a coupe.
Because $1 billion would be $1,000 a person. So then half of that would be 2,000. So yeah, like if 400 million, it'd be like $2,500. Oh, 2,500, not 25,000.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
me.
Okay. All right.
$2,500.
Still a lot of money
Yeah.
to give to everybody in the United
Quick
States.
math.
All right. Well, yeah. Congrats, Elon. I hope you do something cool that you won't, but I hope you do.
Won't.
What would you spend your
You
first trillion on?
My first $1 trillion? Shit. I probably would start a new sports league.
What sport? Or a new sport?
I might invent my own.
So you could play in it.
Yeah. So I'd be the only one that knew the rules. I'd be really good at it.
PFT ball.
Hey, there you go. I would buy a sports team for sure if I had $1 trillion. Absolutely. But then also I would not really like care about money at all. At that point, I would not like care if my team lost a little bit of money. It's like, oh, I got $1 trillion. I can fund this for forever. I'd buy like a soccer team. I'd buy a football team. I'd buy a basketball team. I might just buy every DC team.
You know what would be sick is you buy the Nationals, right? Or I would buy the Braves. And you just call up every team. The Astros be like, hey, I'll trade you $800 million for Yordan Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get every player for cash considerations, but you just give them an unlimited amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can build the super team that you can just pick your guy at every position.
It's not a bad idea. It's not at all. Except then you'd be giving your competition a lot of money to then go out and spend more money.
But you would be taking all the best players.
You would be, yeah. For now, you'd definitely be taking all the best players. I think I would buy every DC sports team. I would also buy the Dallas Cowboys, and then I would fold the team.
Nice.
I would just get rid of them.
Or just move them somewhere really shitty.
Like worse than Arlington?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where would I put your ass, Jerry?
First of all, it's crazy.
I had a couple cities come to mind, but I don't want to offend those people.
No, go ahead.
I mean, immediately Tulsa came to mind.
Okay.
The Tulsa Cowboys.
They're a little bit offended by that. Except I feel like they would
Des Moines.
They would show out. Like Tulsa, everybody in town would have
That
tickets,
is the thing. It would become a spectacle.
It's the one thing that you do in Tulsa. I'd probably move it to like North Dakota.
Best McDonald's in the country.
Or Alaska. Probably move the Cowboys to Alaska.
The Alaska Cowboys.
Yeah. All you got, it's just Jerry Jones and like 10,000 methed out fishermen.
They got some Cowboys up there.
What if you own them? Jerry Jones out the picture. You keeping him around?
Yeah, I would probably keep Jerry as my employee and make him answer to me. He would never do. I don't think Jerry would sell for $1 trillion. I think it's what he loves to do, which I respect about Jerry Jones, by the way. I like the fact that he's not in it for the money. He loves like going to work every day and trying to make a football team
and sabotaging the football team.
Yeah.
How old is he? He's knocking on the door too, isn't
My guess, he's about Bill Cosby's age.
I was going to say 84.
he?
They're around the same, I would imagine. Yeah, that would be a great life. It's just season to season. You just go see your sports teams play.
That would be cool. Healthcare. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably, to be honest with you,
Figure that shit out.
I'd probably still like do this.
You'd podcast?
Yeah. If I had $1 trillion, yeah, I'd still podcast. Probably not as much.
I mean, he's a third of the way
You
there.
know what? There's no way you podcast if you got $1 trillion. Though.
I would. I would stop for a while, for a little bit for sure.
I actually think
You're too busy.
I think $1 trillion passes the threshold of like if you have $800 million, you wouldn't podcast anymore. But then once you get to 50, 60 billion, now it's just also it doesn't even matter at that point, and then you'd be bored and you would come back.
I think no matter what, if it was that amount of money, even 800 million, I would step away from the game for a little bit, and then I'd realize how much I'd miss it.
There's only so many boats you can go on.
Yeah, and then I'd come back and then I'd podcast like once a week, probably, and then that would turn into twice a week, and then during football season, probably 3 times a week. Yeah. So Elon, trillionaire, good job. Very happy for you.
I am not happy for you.
Yeah, I'm not really either. Who cares?
I'm a hater.
Who cares? I mean, there's absolutely nothing that he can do with $1 trillion that he could not do already before. Now all that being said, I feel like what the team at SpaceX did with the rocket that's reusable is absolutely amazing. That's the one thing that I'll always give him credit for. Is like SpaceX figuring out how to reuse and have a rocket land where it took off. That's incredible. And so that whole team deserves a lot of credit for that. But pretty much everything else that he's done, he's just kind of like put his name on from somebody else.
Yeah. We did a whole episode on Elon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What'd you think about White House, UFC?
Oh, the UFC at the White House? I guess the quality of fight was better than I thought that it was going to be. I was led to believe that this is a really disappointing card.
Why was it on a Sunday at like midnight?
That's a good question, Big T. Do you want the real answer?
That it was Trump's birthday?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why so late?
His birthday. Well, that was because there were like storms in the area, so it's supposed to start earlier.
Got it. I didn't watch any of it. I just saw the pictures. It looked sick.
Yeah, the visuals were kind of surreal. And then
I'm old enough to remember when Obama putting his foot on the desk was a desecration to the White House.
mm-hmm. Well, he also
I'm
had
old
the
enough to
tan suit
remember.
on at the time,
And he had a 10.
and I think he ordered a cheeseburger with Dijon mustard once.
Yep,
which is a pretty bad.
Let's
Through
not
Fox
forget what
News
the
into
White
a
House looked
frenzy.
like a few years ago.
Pretty bad thing.
No, and even when Biden was there, remember when he had the red lights behind him?
Oh yeah,
That wasn't
They
at the
were-
White House,
they were-
but that did look crazy.
yeah.
But they were just like, this is unforgivable. They had a whole White House display with a fight in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Insane, dog.
Just
insane. I just after this term, they had zero critique from the GOP. They have no room. They can't critique anything.
Amazing.
There's nothing they can say.
Amazing flyover. I will give the flyover credit.
What kind of planes were they?
It was 6 F-18s and 6 F-16s. So you had the Blue Angels and you had the Thunderbirds together. Most ambitious crossover event of all time. That was a pretty cool flyover. And then the one fighter that afterwards... Well, actually, let's talk about before the fight, because there was some weird shit that happened before that fight. Daniel Cormier tweeted out a screenshot of some DMs that he had with Eric Trump. And in these DMs, Eric Trump was asking him if there were any fights that were rigged that he could bet on. Now, when this came out, my first reaction to it, aside from being like, holy shit, this is kind of crazy that Daniel Cormier just tweeted this out. If you read the DMs from Eric Trump, to me at least, it was pretty obvious that Eric Trump didn't send any of those DMs. That this was like somehow or another not a real conversation that happened, because it just seemed so incriminating and so like blatantly in your face. Hey, do you have any, who should I bet on? Because I'm trying to make some money. So if anyone's cheating, I'd love to be a part of that. It seemed like too on the nose to me, at least at first. Then it was deleted. And then they claimed that it was like, what was Eric Trump's response? Like that it was like AI generated and therefore confirmed fake or something like that. I think what happened was Cormier got hacked, I think. And then whoever hacked him tweeted out those screenshots because later on he ended up tweeting out like some crypto thing. So it was like to get a bunch of eyes on his account to then do some sort of a shitcoin. There's also a chance that somebody hacked Eric Trump's account, then sent those DMs to Daniel Cormier, who then posted a screenshot of him and then deleted them after finding out that like they were fake. So I don't know.
I think the former sounds more likely.
I think so too. I think somebody hacked Daniel Cormier's account and they did that Photoshop. Because if you just look at the dialogue from Eric Trump, I know there's a lot of people out there that want to believe that he's like a very corrupt, stupid individual. And I don't think he's that corrupt or stupid. Mostly just in terms of like the word choice that was coming across there. It seemed like way, way, way too on the nose for it to be real.
It was like, let's cut to the chase. Anyone
Yeah.
injured? It's like, okay.
Right.
Or like you could do that shit behind closed doors. You wouldn't do it over Twitter. DMs.
I'm pretty sure that Eric Trump could get Daniel Cormier's phone number if he wanted to. And he could call him or text him.
Also, if you ever get drunk and tweet some shit you're not proud of the next morning, just tweet a crypto link.
Yeah.
When you wake up, say you was hacked.
Or the Xbox. Is that what everyone does?
Yep. Yeah,
Giveaway?
just pretend that you're hacked. It's a good way to do it. I do think that there was some hacking nonsense going on.
When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks, and that list can be easy to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Tackle all those important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments, analytics, and more. Everything is all in one place, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/dose. Go to shopify.com/DOSE. That's shopify.com/dose. Arian, how many drinks would you estimate you had Friday night?
Tend not to count those, but more than the recommended amount, for sure.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I drink for fulfillment. I don't really drink for, there's no.
You had a great
There's no
time.
metric I'm going for. Yeah, I had an amazing
And you helped
time.
other people have a great time.
That's what I like to do. That's what I like. That's what I don't be remembered for. You know what I'm saying? When you look at that, when you come to my funeral, Big T, like, that's what I want you to say. I want you
For
to
sure.
say, He helped other people have a good time. That's a great legacy.
Big T, what was I'm assuming you had a great time too.
I did.
You looked like you were happy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What were your favorite parts of the night?
About hours so change in after the dance party started. Big T had the the tie tied around the head. Caught
Well,
to the
my
side.
boys did that, and I was like, I guess I'll join in.
Someone took it down and he
Yeah.
looked over and he was like, put yours back on.
Yeah, I forget who took it off, but I was like, listen, the rest of us got these
We're
on.
doing it.
I mean, everything was awesome. My favorite parts, honestly, my favorite part of the whole night was we were waiting on people to take pictures, and it was just my wife and I in the room where the ceremony was, and it was just us in there before the wedding, and we prayed together for a little while, and it was just, that was kind of one of the very few times of the day that it was just us together with nobody else.
Yep.
So that was very special. It was just the whole thing was awesome, and everybody had a really good time, and thank y'all for being there. It was really cool.
Yeah. That's really nice. On a day like that, it gets so busy, and there's so many people around that want something, not necessarily that they want something from you, but they want your time because they're there.
Which, makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're there to
that's
show you
fine.
love and to support you. So they want to talk to you for a little bit. But yeah, on a day like that, it can be tough to get some time with your person that the whole day was about. So that's cool. That's very good to hear. And your family's awesome. We had a great time hanging out with them.
I'm glad to hear that.
Almost cussed your DJ out though.
I
motherfucker,
will
man.
say I was not thrilled with the performance of the DJ.
It wasn't even what he was playing. I went up to him and I asked your wife, right? It's her show. So I was like, yo, can I request a little bit more melanin inject a little bit more melanin into this? And she was like, yeah, do what you want. What do you want to request? I told her. She's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, do that. So I went to the DJ I was like, per requested a bride, right? I said, yo, my man. And he was stretching at the time. Like, I'm talking about touching his toes, right? Like, just really little. And I was like, whatever, do your thing. He was stretching, and I just leaned over, just like, didn't even touch him, bro. Just kind of leaned over to where his head was. Like, I said, yo, my man. He stood up and said, what, man, what? I said, hey, yo. I said, I got a request from the bride. He was like, what, man? He's, I'm playing. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back because it's not it's not your time right now. So I'm gonna come back. Came back about 5 minutes later. I said, yo, my man, you good? He's like, yeah, man. I'm just saying. I was like, it's all good. Just from the bride, I got a request. That was it.
Yeah.
But like, if I didn't respect you or the venue, I'd have cussed that motherfucker out. Like I said,
no,
you
could.
That'd
have been fine. I wasn't thrilled. I'd give him a 4 out of 10. Yeah,
because I'd have took it to where it didn't need to go. Because I'd have talked bad about him. But he was short too.
He looked like Bill Gates a little bit.
He kind of did.
PFT, Cape Verde has drawn Spain 0-0.
I just saw it. Huge tie of the decade.
What were the odds on that?
I believe it was 10-1.
Wow.
I believe it was 10-1. That's amazing.
What a first match at the Benz. Sorry, Atlanta Stadium.
Yep. Yeah, you can't call it that. Wait, no, I thought that was the one that you could.
No, they just let them leave the logo on the roof because they were like, there's no way we can cover this.
It's too hard to cover. Yeah.
What a result.
That's incredible. I absolutely love it.
Who is Cape Verde and where are they from?
So I believe Cape Verde, they're the island group that's off the coast of Africa where the hurricanes start. Okay. Like it's on the equator, and wherever you see like a new hurricane getting formed, it's right off those islands. I think that's what they're known for.
Interesting. There was also
it's their fault.
I was watching a game last night of a country I've also never heard of. It was like something day, like McGrill or McGill or
McGill.
McGill is the wrong word.
You're talking about Côte d'Ivoire?
No. They played
Tunisia?
Maybe
Curacao?
they played. No, it was something to something, or there it was multiple.
Are you sure it wasn't Côte d'Ivoire?
I promise it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I figured it.
No, and it was they were playing maybe Switzerland.
Qatar.
No.
Played
Switzerland played Qatar. Sweden played Tunisia.
Now who does Ronaldo play for? Portugal, and Messi is
Argentina.
Okay. And then there's one more dude, Neymar.
He's on Brazil, but 2 of the 3 of those guys aren't very good anymore.
Which ones?
Ronaldo and Neymar. Neymar almost didn't even make the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. It's just father time or skill set?
Both. He went and played in Saudi, and his career really went off a cliff from there.
Ronaldo?
Well, Ronaldo and Neymar were both in Saudi. Ronaldo's just old.
Ronaldo. Got you. Yeah, I saw a highlight of him one time. I was like, that motherfucker was crazy.
No, he is. He's different, but he's just. Is he 40, 39?
Messi?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, yeah, he's getting up there.
So is there anybody like best player in the world hands down right now?
Hands down, not really. The top few are probably Holland, who plays for Norway. He's incredible. You'd love watching him. He's just a 6'6", like chiseled out of stone goal scorer. He just bangs goals. Ousmane Dembele plays for France. He's awesome. Kylian Mbappe plays for France. He's one of the best players in the world.
Mbappe, that's one I remember now.
And then Spain has a kid, Lamine Yamal, who's 18, and he's going to be the best player in the world. If he's not, top 2 or 3 already. But Spain, right. I don't know what they've been doing over there in Chattanooga. I don't know what restaurants they've been going to, but they've been messing around over there in Signal Mountain.
Yeah. They got caught. Cape Verde Islands, they just had 11 guys playing inside their own penalty area for most of the second half.
Park it.
Just parking that bus. You're not getting through us.
I love the World Cup, dude.
It is the best. It's
and
the best.
Having it here is listen, I know this is going to be remarkably unpopular in everywhere else in the world. We should have it here like every third time.
It is, I'd say, every time. It's
I'd
the
be
best.
fine with
It's
that.
the best country in the world to have the World Cup in.
I mean, all these other countries have to build. They have to spend a decade building all these stadiums and infrastructure. You can just come right over. We got it.
Yeah, and listen, I know that America it gets a bad rap sometimes in terms of our marketing department, and by marketing I mean like our military sometimes like does not ingratiate us to other countries around the world all the time, but in terms of a great country to be in. USA's number. You're seeing everybody from overseas come over here have an awesome time.
They're all saying we've been lied to.
Yeah.
This place is incredible.
Yeah, the Japanese.
Texas is wonderful. Everything's big.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shout out to the Japanese fans in the stands that they sang their national chant for what was it? Probably about 95 minutes, 100 minutes nonstop, and then afterwards they bring these giant trash bags with them. And they pick up after themselves, and they clean up the whole stadium on their way out. It's pretty cool.
That's what I'll be trying to tell people that the experience in Japan when I went is just that. It's like people, they care. You know what I'm saying? Like when my dad was when I was younger, my dad always used to say like, and I make my kids do the same thing. It's like if we go to the movie theater, like we clean up our section. You know what I mean? Like when we get up, and my kids know, they don't even ask no questions. They get up, they take their trash, and if there's any other trash, you get it. If we go to the grocery store, you see carts out, I'd be like, hey, yo, go get them. And I don't even have to ask them no more. And it's just, I got it from my dad. I got it from Japan. It's like, make this place better because you lived. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see in action. It's dope. And then, one of my favorite events was, I don't know, was it the Masters? I think it was the Masters. Where one of those dudes caddies, he was from like Japan.
Matsuyama when he won it. The COVID one.
Yeah. And like nobody on the course. And he just like bows to the course and honors it. That shit was gorgeous and it was beautiful. Like shit like that. That keeps me a little sparkle of joy inside my dark little Grinch heart. I love it.
And honestly, seeing all these people come over here and do road trips and stuff and be like, this is so incredible, has made me like, I'm ashamed that I haven't seen all of America.
Yeah.
Like there are places I need to go.
That's a lot.
I know, but like they're doing I mean, a lot of these guys I assume are over here for a month and they're going everywhere.
Yep.
Like the German guy Freddie on Twitter who's driven from Atlanta to Houston and now they're going to Kansas City and all sorts of stuff. Like I need to do a 2-week road trip at some point.
Let's do it. I'm with you, but we got to drop So I love doing that type of shit. So like last summer we did the RV and we went from Houston to Orlando, and we stopping in between. Seeing the country, that's one thing I have done. Is like I've traveled in this country. It's really dope seeing a bunch of different cultures and shit. I'd be down to do it with you, dog.
I'd love that.
A little road trip and document it.
That'd be really fun.
I'd be in.
It is it's a great country once you go out and you check it out. Like there's so many things. I grew up in DC and there's so many things that I haven't even seen in DC that if you come up here on like a long weekend trip, you go check all those things off your list. You don't go see the stuff in your backyard. I've never been up to the top of the Empire State or the Washington Monument.
Well, that's not your jam.
I need to do that. That is true. I'm not a heights guy.
You're not missing anything because there's no skyline in DC.
Right.
So it's not all that impressive.
Yeah, and that's by law.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can't build over a certain height. So any tall building you see is over the river in Virginia.
It's the top of the Capitol. Nothing can be taller than the Capitol.
Yep.
Is that for like security purposes or just vibes?
It's vibes.
Vibes.
Nothing's taller than the big house. Okay.
Yep.
Which makes sense.
Sure.
And DC's tiny relatively.
Yeah. No, it is. It's very small.
We're going to get back to nanodosing in a second. It's brought to you by Shady Rays. Quick question. How are these Shady Rays right here basically the same quality as the $200 sunglasses that I used to buy? I'm not exaggerating. These are great sunglasses. This might be my favorite kind that I have right here. It's polarized. This Shady Rays, the classic CL65 is what it says here on the arm. I like it because it's got the matte black outside, but it's got the timber wood grain on the inside. Great set of sunglasses. I love these Shady Rays. My favorite in the entire world. You can wear them on the lake. You can wear them on the boat, to the game, job site. If you lose them, if you drop them, if you break them, doesn't matter. They replace them. The crazy part is they're actually premium sunglasses too. Polarized lenses that cut the glare hard. Very clear optics. Go to shadyrays.com. Grab a pair. Get sunglasses that have lost and broken protection. and Shady Rays is hooking you up. Best deal of the year. Go to shadyrays.com, promo code MACRO. Get 50% off, 50% off, 2 or more polarized sunglasses from Shady Rays. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. For some, summer is their favorite season. Travel picks up, kids are out of school, adventure becomes the focus. For others, juggling it all can be tough. It can lead to overwhelm and counting down the minutes until the kids are back in school. Many worry that they're wasting the days of sunshine. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. It works. It's got an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. BetterHelp does the initial match work for you so you can focus on those therapy goals. You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy. Sign up, get 10% off at betterhelp.com/dose, betterhelp.com/dose. We can talk a little NBA as well. The New York Knicks are world champions. Arian, what do you think about the New York Knicks? They win in 5. The long wait in New York, was it 53 years since they won last? The Knicks are world champions, and I'm seeing some of the content coming out. OG Anunoby was on daytime TV today.
Oh, my God.
And it looked like, I don't know if all his teammates told him don't say anything or if he just sat down and said, I'm not going to talk. He was on the moon, and he was just like, I'm not going to even acknowledge that I'm awake right now. Just didn't say a single word during the interview. That was great. You got other guys that are just getting hammered on live streams, having the best time ever. The nice part about winning an NBA championship is you win it, and it's the summertime. Same thing with the Stanley Cup. It's like you go party outdoors immediately. So congrats to the Knicks. What did you think, Arian?
I thought it was really fun to watch. Though that shit was dope. The game you missed, game 4, game 4, like the greatest comeback in NBA playoff history.
I didn't miss it. We were out for dinner, and then I left, and I got home, and I watched the rest of the game.
Oh, how close were you to that? I thought you was on the road when it happened.
No. I got home and watched the rest of the rest of the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that shit was dope to watch. Just like I said, I thought the Spurs was gonna win. Dead wrong about that, but I thought it was dope. Like I said, I love seeing the Mecca good at basketball. I like seeing them a force. A stat that was really interesting to me was like the last 8 years we've had 8 different teams win the championship in the NBA, and I think that is kind of good for the league. The variety, it's like anybody can capture it, and we're in the era of no dynasty right now. So up for grabs every year. I like that shit.
So the Knicks, they were 16-3 in the playoffs, including going 9-1 on the road. And they had 3 of the top 5 biggest finals comebacks ever, all in the same postseason. Pretty incredible. And the largest point differential of any team ever. Just absolutely dominant, the New York Knicks. And they're a fun, scrappy team. Like Jalen Brunson to do what he did in Game 5. The closeout game, dropping 45 points, was awesome to see. OG Anunoby's defense and his he became like a legitimate scoring threat too this postseason. Very fun to watch. Mitchell Robinson just absolutely punking Wemby for that last rebound on that foul shot. What did you think about Wemby after the game?
In what context?
So he said a number of things that have rubbed people the wrong way in his post-game press conferences, just saying that he thought that they were the better team. He ended the...
Supposed to feel like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can also see the point that he was trying to make, I think, because they did like have massive leads against the Knicks in all these games.
Yeah.
But they choked them away. They're just a very dumb team. They're a young, dumb team.
They made a lot of dumbass mistakes. De'Aaron Fox getting killed right now, I know. But I saw a lot of like mad because they didn't shake hands at the end of the fuck all that. Like, I'm with it. Like, I want him to be a villain. I like that shit. I love rivalries that are toxic. I like my sports violent. I like my sports with no sportsmanship. That sportsmanship, I don't know where that came from, but that shit is whack to me. I don't like it. Fuck all that.
I didn't think they did that anyway.
I want beef. I saw everybody walk off the court, and I just saw a whole bunch of backlash about it. You know, who knows who runs these accounts, but I want them to hate each other and play like that. Wemby's turning into a little bit of a villain, and I like that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, he got a little dog in him, man. He played well. This is him, Castle, and Harper. Them three motherfuckers, they are gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a problem. I love the way Castle plays. He gets rid of some of them turnovers he be having. They're gonna be a problem for a while, long while.
I agree. I think the future's bright, but then they owe so much money to De'Aaron Fox.
I think he on his way out. Harper gonna take his spot.
I think he should. I've been saying that since the start of the playoffs, and I think I think they'd like to. I don't know how many teams are gonna be lining up to get that, to like take on that contract that he has.
Yeah, especially after this performance. It's gonna be tough. I seen this tweet though. It was a quote tweet because Elmo tweeted, Elmo hopes both teams have fun. And then in the New York parade, they cut off Elmo's head, put it on a stake, and said traitor.
It's pretty good.
That's the type of shit I like.
You see them burning the school buses?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a school bus on fire.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I think those were the Mamdani buses that they were taking people to the World Cup in who won the 500 free tickets or whatever. Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's still, if the riots are still going on. And I think it looked like it was confined to like the Midtown-ish area a little bit. It looked, what was scary was that one dude rocking the Spurs uniform, the Rodman uniform.
He was backing people off.
Yeah, that guy was terrifying. Just like walking through the crowd, fighting everybody, going 100 against 1. Do you think that it would?
But that's why I always say, like, they know who to do that to. Like there was a there's a video of that dude wearing a Spurs jersey and he got jumped because he couldn't defend himself like that. But that dude, you see everybody backed off as soon as he started sitting everybody down. Love it.
Do you think it would have been worse if they had won in New York?
Maybe marginally, but I mean, it was shoulder to shoulder for 30 blocks anyway, so
that's true.
I mean, the videos that our guys were taking outside the office, I don't know how they got home.
Yeah, I guess you just have to kind of walk home. I don't know, but like it's so crowded.
It didn't even look like you could get out of there.
Yeah. Now, do you think that this starts something special for the Knicks? You think they do it again?
I mean, they were really good last year, They've got that core. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
But they weren't even like incredible in the regular season. They just went on this unreal run.
It's like the Hawks unlocked something in them.
Hawks were the only team to win 2 games.
I know.
The Brunson may have had the most clutch playoff run I've seen with my eyes. Like, and that's saying a lot, but I don't think I've seen a better one. Like a more clutch, in clutch moments, game after game, going to him, being that consistent. I don't know that I've seen a better clutch performance for an NBA Finals run.
I need to go look at his numbers. Kawhi a few years ago came to mind.
I was going to say, not to be biased, but LeBron in 2016 was pretty big.
So
when I think LeBron was more dominant over the series. Absolutely, he led like points, rebounds, steals, assists, all that, blocks. I think he was most dominant, but I think like I guess you can make that argument. LeBron is 16.
I'm also thinking of the block too in Game 7.
Kawhi averaged 39 and 4 in the 2019 playoffs when they won the title in Toronto, and he had that game winner against the Sixers, right, at the buzzer.
Yeah.
That was the first one that came to my mind. Obviously, LeBron, every year they won, was awesome.
It was just like every time they needed a bucket, he came through. It was very special. I guess you make the argument, but it was one of them. I'll say it like that. It was one of the most clutch performances I've seen. It was It was impressive, man.
Very impressive. Top to bottom. I do think that the Spurs figured out a little bit where they cut down on some really stupid mistakes that they made down the stretch in a lot of these games. Because they are fixable mistakes for the most part. Wemby needs to get stronger,
agreed.
too.
Yeah. I worry about his health, though. He's just so lanky.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna be hard to keep up. Like that's like KD. He had a couple foot issues. You know, he stayed really healthy throughout his career, but he was like a perimeter player. He was never inside like that. So I worry about his health.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he does. Because if he does, he's gonna be one of the GOATs for sure.
Wemby's listed weight is 235, and he's still skinny as a rail.
Yeah, 235
Damn,
at 7.
I weigh.
At like 7'5".
That's what I weigh.
That is very skinny. I feel like he could get up to like 280 by the time his career's over and not look like he was overweight. All right. Do we have any voicemails?
There's something for everyone when it comes to Reese's. Guys, we just went into the new Reese's room here at Barstool. Been up there a few times. It's perfect. They have every Reese's product on like a wall. It's amazing. I'm sorry to those of you listening who don't have a Reese's room in your office, but you can go to the store or the gas station or whatever and get your favorite Reese's product. Mine is just the OG. I like the peanut butter cup. I like the bigger ones though. The classic 2 in the pack, just the big peanut butter cups. I like the miniatures as well around Christmas time. You'll get those in the stocking and whatever. But Reese's is the best. It's superior to all other candy products, and we love them here. Madeline McKenzie, y'all went in the Reese's room. What's y'all's favorite Reese's product in there?
I have recently grown an affinity towards the marshmallow one because it kind of tastes almost like a s'more. And instead of the graham cracker, it's peanut butter. And it's quite a nice delight to get in the middle of the day.
I like the OG too. I actually do like the little ones better. And I especially like the Christmas tree shaped ones.
Or the Easter egg.
I don't know why. Or the Easter egg. They just taste better to me.
There's good analysis on the peanut butter to chocolate ratio that someone's done out there on each of the different shapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I like a little more chocolate, which I think is in the original one, but then if you like more peanut butter, some of the shapes are better for you. So check that out when you're looking at what Reese's you want. But we love Reese's here, the official candy partner of Barstool Sports. Get yours at Hersheyland.com/Reese's.
Oh, also, I watched, I against my better judgment, I saw the first, 10 seconds of the video of that tourist in Brazil going bungee jumping.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not,
Oh, that was real?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it was real. I didn't watch the end of it, but it was real.
Oh, my God. I thought that was
They
AI and
forgot to
everybody
put
was just
the
joking.
thing on her?
Yeah, this is why we'll never go
I didn't
bungee
realize
jumping.
that was real.
Yeah,
I didn't see this. This
don't
is
go-
not my...
They just
type of-
threw her to the death,
Yeah.
bro. Oh,
Don't go
my
bungee jumping.
God.
What do you mean they forgot to put the bungee on her?
Just don't go. Yeah, they just didn't tie. I don't know. I don't know how you forget to do that. It seems like maybe the most important part, really actually the only part of your job.
Yeah, was she just loose? What do you mean?
Yeah.
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 I'd never go
Oh my
bungee jumping in
God.
America. I'd certainly never go bungee jumping anywhere else.
Agreed.
Jesus.
Oh, well, side note, Mizorowski may be having the best run of any pitcher of maybe all time.
He's
right now.
incredible.
Yep.
Didn't he set a record
It is.
last week?
He threw a
With
complete
strikeouts?
game, 1-hit shutout with 15 strikeouts. Nobody had ever done that before.
That was the game I was watching at your wedding.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
And he's
Missed a couple of
pitching.
his speeches.
He's pitching against Chris Sale on Friday, which may be the best pitching matchup of the season. And I'm gonna,
where's that?
I'm gonna be at a concert. It's in Atlanta.
Oh man, that would be fun to watch.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And I won't see it.
What's who you gonna go see?
Morgan Wallen and Brooks and Dunn.
I was gonna say Morgan Wallen. That's insane. Yeah.
I've seen Wallen before. The Brooks and Dunn is what sold me on it.
Fair
Because
enough.
in 20 years, I want to be able to say I saw Brooks and Dunn.
So, you know.
Big T, was your bride upset that people were watching the games?
No, she
Okay,
didn't
good.
care. I mean, I was doing it.
Right.
So.
As I say, you had your phone propped up at dinner.
Yeah.
It's did she have any like brides? She seemed like she was super even killed. It just wasn't. She was like real vibey.
There was only one moment that she got like stressed, but other than that, yeah. I mean, I think everything went off pretty well without a hitch.
It was great. She was a very chill bride.
Yep.
And beautiful.
Facts.
Hey, this is Will from Dallas again. I got a question for y'all, but first I want to tell y'all how y'all were a part of the best day of my life pretty recently. A couple weeks ago, I got back from France with my wife, and we found out, or she took a pregnancy test and found out that she was pregnant. And for the first time, and then she wanted me to go to the store and get some extra pregnancy tests just to double check. And when I got in my car and turned on your podcast, the voicemail podcast was titled after my question. And then when I got to my question, Big T said he loved me, and then Arian laughed at my comment about PFT. So that was basically the best day of my life right there. So my question is to pretty much directed at Arian and also the rest of y'all, because y'all are former children. How do I raise a child to make sure he doesn't become an asshole, I guess? All right. Love y'all. Stay handsome. Stay beautiful. Bye.
All right, first of all, congratulations. That's very
thanks.
cool. What a cool moment to have, and glad that we get to have a small part in. Second of all, that's an awesome question. I don't know. I think that's like every parent when they find out. That's like every parent's thing. It's like, well, shit. Now I gotta figure out how to not make the kid that I raise a total jerk. I don't know how you start with that.
I got a little experience in this. I think all my kids, with the exception of the newest one, have been really even keeled and well mannered. My newest one is she got to chill out, dog. But she's still young. She's in a terrible 2 stage, and it's wild. I'm joking halfly, but all my kids, I always get complimented by my kids. I mean, for my kids, and I would say the best thing is, well, a couple things. What I try to do is I try to. A lot of times, parents get they get really frustrated, and they give in, right? And so kids are supposed to push boundaries, right? They're supposed to try you. They're supposed to push and poke and prod, and it's your job to like set boundaries. And I've never raised my voice at my kids one time. Like, my kids don't know what angry Arian feels like, but they all respect like what I say and and they do what's asked of them, because when they were younger, I just never budged on the boundaries. If I say to do something, you do it. If I say something to pick up, you pick it up. And there's consequences if they don't. Because a lot of times as parents, you can get really lackadaisical with the boundaries that you set. And over the time, what happens is the kids start to respect your word less and less if you're always giving into those boundaries. And so I think that's what I've done a really good job of over the years, and their mothers have too. Yeah, it's definitely a two. It takes a village. I think that's the first part. I think the second part is like, really don't try to make another version of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids, I have conversations with my 16-year-old all the time, and she just really respects what I've found to understand. Is she really respects the fact that I never tried to mold them into little me's. I've always tried to give them guidance, or I have my moral compass that I try to live by and I try to exude into the world, but I don't try to make them a little version of myself. I try to have them explore who they're going, who they want to be. What are your interests? What are your likes? What are your, and then give them the guidelines for that. If you like, like, I'm an atheist. I've never once push that on my kids. When anytime religion comes up, I'm always saying, don't take my word for it. Like, this is what I've seen work for me. This is what I think. This is my research. You do what you feel is right in your heart. Like I wouldn't care if my baby come back and say, hey, I'm a Christian, and I'll respect her beliefs. It is what it is. But like when it comes to anything, like, and what I found over the years is like, once they understand that they're valued, their word is valued and respected, then there's a trust that's built there. So like my daughter gives me all her little friends tea and gossip, right? And then so she comes back and tells me so and so's doing this, whoop, 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 and she respects my intuition and my knowledge of human interaction, because like over the years you'll see, so watch, she about to do this or he about to do this, and she'll come back with, hey, you was right. And then that builds trust in the things that you say over the years. And then you can start to put some of like your morals in, you can slip some of it in there and say, hey, in this situation, I would do this. And they start to act like you, one, because of genetics, but they start to act like you because they see that it works. Like if you treat people with kindness and respect, that's what you'll give. Set your boundaries, right? Find your voice. Like I tell all the time, if you disagree with something that I say, I want you to voice that to me. Tell me, talk to me, and we can talk it out. Like I don't want you holding it in, because if you're holding it against me, somebody that this is a safe place, then you'll hold it in against somebody where you need to assert yourself. And that's what I try to tell them. All the rules apply all across the board. It's not just me. So giving them a safe space. So I would say all of that. And at the end of the day, this is the last thing I'll say. I know I'm long-winded here, but at the end of the day, you can't have your self-worth tied to how your kids turn out, because sometimes it's luck of the draw. Like I know parents who have done everything right and their kids still want to fuck up or still want to do a thing. You did what you could, right? And it'll hurt. You be there for them. But they could still fuck up, and that's not always your fault. If it is, if you had some kind of like part in it, recognize your flaws in it, and acknowledge it. Try to patch it up with them. But sometimes though, it's just genetics and nature. It's nature and nurture. So you can't have your worth tied into how your kids come out. Do the best you can and be honest about it. But that's what I would say.
I think that's a really good answer. I would also say that the fact that this guy cares about what his kid's going to turn out like, that's a very good start. I think a lot of the jerks that you meet, it's because their parents didn't really care. And so the fact that you're taking an active interest and hey, I better do something right because I don't want to raise an asshole. I think that's off to a very, very good start.
Agreed. And there's no book to this, Find your lane.
What's up, guys? This is Mike from Atlanta. This is relevant to my question. PFT, I grew up in D.C. and Big T, like I said, I live in Atlanta now. So my question, I have two kids, both under 10. They love watching sports with me. I'm trying to let them find their own way in terms of fandom, but I'm also having a really tough time letting go. My one non-negotiable was the Commanders. Both my kids love the Commanders. They love Jaden. They haven't really shown an interest in the Falcons, which is great. So that one's pretty easy. But beyond that, it starts to get a little sticky. Like, my wife went to Georgia. I went to Vanderbilt. 3-4 years ago, it was really easy, but then Vandy isn't really Vandy anymore. And I can't help myself. I'm buying them Diego Pavia jerseys for Christmas, and I'm telling them Vandy's the best. And now they're all confused. Same thing with baseball. I had sort of let them, be Braves fans. Their friends at school are Braves fans, but now the Nats are frisky and fun. And I don't know, I'm watching Nats games and they're confused again. So I guess the bottom line question I'm asking, are we assigning teams at birth? Or should I be letting the kids pick their own teams when they're ready? I don't know. Arian, maybe you have some experience with this and your kids and the Lakers, or PFT, maybe you can let me know how you're handling this with your 4-year-old son, Chris. Let me know what you guys think. Stay handsome, stay beautiful. Love the podcast. Thanks, guys.
I think a lot of times it's going to happen kind of naturally in a situation like that, where whichever team they have the most fun rooting for as a kid is going to be the one that they get anchored to, and they're like, okay, this is the team that I like the most. But there's some sort. It sounds like maybe there's not a whole lot of competition for an NFL team in your house. So good job keeping them on the Nationals.
I've thought about this
on the Commanders
a ton because it seems like we're going to live here for the foreseeable future, and if I have children who grow up in Chicago, like my dad's from St. Louis, he's a huge Cardinals fan. St. Louis Blues, but like I grew up in Atlanta, and so all my favorite memories as a kid are the Braves, like going to Braves games and things like that. And I can't imagine having grown up like a Cardinals fan in Atlanta. Like you don't really get to watch them. Like you're the only kid at school who likes that team. It's like, oh, well, my dad's from there. So like I almost, if my kids want to watch the Braves and be Braves fans, like I would love that. But I also kind of don't want them to, miss out on the experience of,
the community. Right. Yeah.
Because that, I love the Braves because that's where I'm from. I tolerate the Falcons because that's where I'm from. Now, my children, there will be no other, and thankfully my wife, went to a small school in New York. There's no collegiate discrepancy there. There will be no college in my house other than the University of Tennessee until if they go somewhere else, then that's fine. Obviously, that's the school you went to. But yeah, like I've actually thought about that a lot because I will obviously never change, but my kids, I don't want them to, miss out on the cool stuff about sports when you're a kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities they're going to have to like possibly go to Cubs or Bulls games, things like that.
Yeah.
And just it's a part of the town that they grow up in. I think that's probably pretty important. They're going to, no matter what, even if they do root for the Braves too, they're going to have a soft spot for the Cubs if they're in Chicago.
Yeah.
When they grow up.
And I mean, if they just adopted all the teams of us, my wife's family is all Knicks fans. So they'd be like a Braves, Knicks, Tennessee. It's like a weird combo to have. And you don't want your son to be that kid either. Granted, that's not, Cowboys, Lakers, Yankees, but it's an odd combo.
Yeah.
Another dynamic to this is though, because like I'm a Laker fan. My dad a Laker fan. My kids grew up in Houston. They don't really, you know what I'm saying? There's no connection to the Lakers other than they like their daddy happy when the Lakers win. But there's also a fun dynamic in my family where most of us have different teams everywhere spread out. Because I originally grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and there is no pro sports team. So we all just picked. You know what I mean? Like it was just like whatever you felt. So like I grew up a Raider fan. My brother liked the 49ers. And so like when it comes to baseball, like I just picked, right? I'm a Brewer fan. My brother's always liked baseball. He's a Red Sox fan. My stepdad from Chicago, he likes the White Sox. My mom just picked a team. She likes the Mariners. And so like when they play each other, there's a fun family dynamic when your teams go against each other. And you can bet, you know what I'm saying, those kind of things. That kind of makes it really fun for me. So like if my kids, when we growing up, we want to bet on the Houston LA game, that shit makes it fun. So let them do their thing, dog.
I saw a guy from England who's over here for the World Cup, and he went to the Angels game the other night, and he said, I've decided I'm going to start watching baseball, and the first team I ever went to the game is the Angels. I'm going to become an Angels fan. And everyone was like, I'm so sorry. Please don't do that.
No. You're going to hate baseball soon.
Yeah.
You're going to hate baseball. We got one more voicemail. That's it. All right. Anything else we want to get to today?
All I would say to that guy, I understand the Nats. You got to let your kids be Braves fans. In Atlanta, that's the only thing you have to do.
It is, yeah.
Because that is
that.
People don't really care about the Falcons unless they're winning. Hawks, kind of the same deal. The Braves are the one professional team in the South, really, that even competes with college football. That is the fabric that ties states together down there.
It is.
Speaking of fabric, last little thing. I have decided to go in a new direction. My 40th birthday coming up, right? So I've decided.
Whitey tighties?
No, hell no.
Okay.
What the fuck I look like? That's crazy. Why would
you said fabric, so
that'd be crap. I got thighs, dog.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thick out here. You know, I don't want to be chafing out here.
Do
dog.
people still wear those?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I never understood that shit there. That shit is weird.
I don't get it.
Children or old people?
I don't know. I feel like you wearing Speedos and like a thong. That shit weird. But anyway, whatever. If that's what you like, whatever. But so I've decided to get a real adult wardrobe. So I went to a stylist. Shout out to Dan from Articles of Style, and I paid a pretty good chunk of change to get my first like capsule, is what they call it. And so I had a consultation, and I'm getting like a real like with good fabrics made for this climate, made for my style, my hues, and it's going to be, I'm excited about it. So we're in the process of like getting the measurements and getting he says like, man, I got 20,000 fabrics. He said, we're going to get you right. So I'm throwing out my closet, most of it, because I got some pieces in it that I really like, but I'm gonna actually have like a real wardrobe where like I'm dressing like an adult. So no more athleisure wear and flip-flops for me. I've made the decision to be a real adult out here.
Okay.
So did he dress you for my wedding? Because you were dressed more than I thought you'd be.
No, that was me. Because like I said, I had one suit and it was for my man's 50th last year. So that's just I've worn it twice in 2 years. I had that, and so I'll probably keep that piece. That was a nice piece. But again, like so shopping, and you can relate to this, Big T. Eric, you can pretty much buy shit off the rack and get it tatted. Yeah. Good. But for us, I think my proportions are a little like, I'm athletic build. My shoulders are a little wider. My thighs are big. So it's hard to find the right fit, which is why I never really gave a shit about clothes, because none of them fit me well. Like, and you'd have to go through this long process, which I'm going through now, which I was never into. And so I never really developed any sense of style dressing. And so now I'm walking into my new season of my life where I'm like, let's go ahead and change the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like once you feel you're a little bit more presentable, you can start taking care of yourself a little better, eating a little better. Like I think it's time to start. I decided we're making a change. I just thought I would share.
So are you getting suits or like casual outfits?
Yeah, all that. So I'll probably get like 2 suits and a whole bunch of casual gear that can mix and match with the different hues and colors. That it's like it's a wardrobe. Like I think we're like he made a great point. A lot of the times as men, especially, we don't know what we're doing with fashion. Like women know what they're doing for the most part. And there are some men out there that pay attention to it, and that's what they like. But for the most part, we don't know what we're doing. I fully admit, I don't know what the fuck is going on when it comes to clothes. No clue. And he was like, so over the years, what you'll do is you'll buy this, you'll like this, you'll take this, and then you have a whole closet full of shit you don't ever wear because you don't know how to mix and match it. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're even going for. And I was like, that's me. Exactly. That's exactly my problem. It's like a whole bunch of clothes that I don't wear because I'm like, what? Anytime I have to go somewhere, I go in my closet, I just stare at this shit. Like, what do I do? I don't know. And so he specializes in that exact problem. Is like, you don't have a wardrobe. You just have a bunch of clothes. And he's like, we're going to get you a wardrobe to where you can go in and pick this shirt and those pants and they'll all go together. Right. And that's what I'm excited about. Is like, I've never really even attempted nothing like this before, to actually like, dress well and be a little bit more presentable like an adult rather than walk around in Nike sweats and flip-flops all the goddamn time. So
I'm fascinated to see this. You're not getting rid of all your golf stuff though, right? Like,
no, hell no. Yeah. No.
But I feel like
that's where I know what I'm doing.
You could even just, that's collared shirts and stuff. Like you could pretty much just wear that a lot of the time.
But see, that's the thing. We had that conversation too. Is like there's a difference between like golf attire and like real casual wear.
Well, that's really what the casual wear salesman is going to tell you.
But this is no. But this is what. But he made a great point. He's like he specialized in this shit. He's been doing it for 20 plus years, right? This is what he does. He was like, there's different fabrics for different climates. Right. He's like, there's a way to match hues with seasons and all. He was like doing all this stuff. Like I found this out too. There's something called a color wheel.
Oh yeah.
And see, women know what
your
they're
color
doing.
Analysis.
There's a color wheel where it's like, I don't know where it is exactly, but it's like, here, let me find the color wheel.
It tells you what colors best suit your skin tone.
That and like which colors like go together. Like there's a science to it. There's a science to it. You can technically wear whatever the fuck you want, but there's a science to like what kind of hues go with each hue. And once you kind of start paying attention to it, you start the fashion. Remember, I said it on this podcast plenty of times, like fashion don't make no sense to me. I don't know what's going on. It's like people just wearing shit. But once you kind of start paying attention to it, you see the art in it and you see the elegance in it. And it's something that I, as an adult, like I want to go to my baby's events, because this last event, the last couple of events, like my daughter has some birthday parties. And I see the adults they're wearing adult shit, and I'm rocking the Jordan shorts with the flip flops, and I'm like, I got to get out of this. Like I got to get out of this. And it's not like social pressure, but it's more like I would like to be a little bit more presentable, you know. It's a change your mindset, because you asked me this 3 months ago. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
But it's change your mindset. And that's where I'm going. Just letting y'all know there's gonna be a new same me, but you know.
When does this begin? When do you get this stuff in?
It's a process, so it's gonna take a little while. So I got to get the measurements into him. We got to go back and forth on like what I'm going for, what he sees for me. Like it's a collaborative effort of like what kind of style do I want to start to develop.
I love that. I'm fascinated by this.
Look good, feel good, pod good.
There you go.
That's what we say.
There you go. I'm excited about it.
All right. Well, we will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.
Goodbye.